Please stop donating meal kits to food pantries. First of all, this is not disability accessible. People have food allergies, people are gluten intolerant, people are lactose intolerant. In fact, a lot of non-white people are lactose intolerant. And this also takes away choice and autonomy to poor people. You're saying, here, I meal planned for you, instead of letting them choose what they should do with the food. And I'm not saying this to be callous, but all of these recipes are for white people, okay? And people who are not white want to be able to cook the foods that they're familiar with, that their children will eat, that make them feel good or comfortable or, pull at their heartstrings. They should be allowed to uphold their cultural foods and eat their cultural diet. And if a portion of their food benefit is your white-centric, lactose-laden meal plan, it's doing more harm than good.
We have seen people say a lot of foul and disgusting things in these videos that I've been showing you since the beginning of the EBT wars, but this right here might take the cake. So now when people donate food, it's considered white supremacy. These people have been complaining and lying, saying that they're starving, they have no food to eat, they don't know what to do. But somehow, white people donating food is bad, right? White people donating food is racist. It does more harm than good because white people food is not good enough for these people. I guess they want us to donate some type of Indian finger food slop that they shovel into their mouths without using utensils. I don't know what they want. And to be honest, I do not take any women seriously who cover their hair with the hijabs and the headdresses while talking on videos, because are you even allowed to have a voice? Are you even allowed to be making this video right now? Isn't this frowned upon in your culture? And look, I have nothing against people with different cultures. I think other cultures are beautiful in their own way. But if you're someone who is covering your head and, you're kind of entrenched in the Sharia law type of stuff, then maybe you shouldn't be out here making videos, and maybe you shouldn't have nose rings and stuff like that. How would Muhammad feel about that? How would your God and the people in your religion and your cultural background, do they think that women should really have a voice and should be out here sharing their opinion? I guarantee you in her homeland, she would not be doing this, but her homeland is probably the U.S., and the U.S. is the only place where we allow people to cosplay as Muslims and pretend that they wear hijabs and worship Allah or whoever the hell they worship. The U.S. is the only place where we allow these cosplayers to pretend as if their opinions hold any weight, right? This is the only place where people like this are taken seriously. They're not taken seriously anywhere else on earth, and they shouldn't be taken seriously, and they shouldn't be taken seriously here in America either. Because what did we even just listen to? Oh, you donating food, it's somehow bad. These people are starving, supposedly. They need food, but donating food is bad. It's white supremacy. Please don't donate your white people food. Meanwhile, y'all are coming here, often illegally, from every corner of the earth to be nearer and closer to white people, to be closer to white people food. Yet you complain about white people every step of the way, even when white people are doing something out of the kindness of their heart and donating food that they had to work for, by the way, that they had to work for and pay for out of their own pocket. They're donating so people who take advantage of America and take advantage of taxpayers can still eat for free. And the crazy part is, you got people who are getting thousands of dollars in food stamps a month who are still pulling up to these food banks and getting free food. And then they sell their food stamps. So they're not even using their food stamps for food. They go to the food pantries and get free food because kind white people are nice enough to donate. And now these white people who are nice enough to donate get shat upon by cosplaying headdress ladies with nose rings who say that their food isn't good enough and that they're doing something wrong. They're doing more harm than good. So the people actually donating, trying to make a difference, they're doing harm. But the people who do not take care of themselves will not get a job, who are often violent, who have been threatening to rob and kill, they're not a problem. The white people donating food are the problem. And I hope that more white people start waking up to what's really going on. These people absolutely hate you. They despise you. Even when you try to do nice things for them, they'll find a way to make it, to claim that it's racist or whatever. You cannot sympathize with these people. There was a time in my life where I would sympathize with these people before I woke up to the actual reality around me. And I think everyone needs to wake up to that reality. And this is why videos like that, that's why I'm not sympathetic towards any of these people crying about their food stamps or anything. And like I've said in the past, if you're someone who needs food stamps, I have nothing against you. My problem is with the entitled people. My problem is with the people who are threatening to kill and rob people over not having food stamps. My problem isn't the family that's scraping to get by humbly, okay? I think I've made it very clear who I have a problem with. And I definitely have a problem with the woman at the beginning of this video. But I'm hoping, like I said, that this is a wake-up call for a lot of people. Because even for me, I've known about a lot of these issues. But since the EBT wars broke out, I've been going down certain rabbit holes. For example, these food pantries. A lot of them. The food that these people are pulling up and getting at these food pantries, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, you'll see videos out there of people complaining, right, about, oh my God, I got an expired loaf of bread. You'll see stuff like that every now and then. But some of the stuff these people are pulling up and getting at these food pantries, it's better food than you can afford, okay? Because nice white people are donating a lot of stuff, and they're being called racist for doing so. But these people are pulling up to food pantries and getting nicer food than you and I can afford, okay? It's crazy. In fact, I have a clip that I want to show you really quickly. Now, before I roll that clip, though, I need a favor from you. I need you guys to simply hit that like button. It takes 1 second. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Join the conversation. You don't have to be shy here. Now, if you want to donate, if you're feeling generous for the holiday season, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's always greatly appreciated because I actually have to buy my own groceries. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
I'm 52nd in the food bank line. Let's see how long it takes and what we're given. This is a drive-through pickup. Everybody stays in their car. Thankfully, in Florida, it's only 82 degrees today, which is the coolest it's been in a while. So everyone has their cars off and their windows rolled down. This food bank started right on time. Cars started moving at exactly 5 o'clock. You can already see the first cars getting food. This pickup can handle 2 cars at a time, making it really fast. It's only been 6 minutes and everything is moving very quickly. And after only 10 minutes, we're practically at the front of the line. Here's where they're handing out the food. I got to the pickup 20 minutes early, a 15-minute wait, and a 5-minute commute each way for a total of 45 minutes. Let's go inside and see what we got. I'm home and we got all kinds of food, including some mush overnight oats, all kinds of oatmeal, ricotta and Monterey Jack cheese, a dairy-free cheese, a dozen eggs, 2% milk, almond breeze chocolate milk, mac and cheese bites, 12 hummus singles from Whole Foods, Kava spicy hummus, 3 cold brew coffees, a sauce, 3 packs of chicken, a turkey breast. This is 5 pounds of plant-based meat, 2 types of pasta noodles, some rice, canned fruits, vegetables, tomatoes, beans, soup, tuna fish, macaroni and cheese, and jelly.
I mean, folks, at this point, we have to ask ourselves an important question. It might not be a question that we want to ask ourselves, but we really have to ask ourselves, are we doing it all wrong? Are we doing it all wrong? Instead of me going to Whole Foods and spending $200 or $300, should I be just going to the food pantries and getting even more for free? I mean, they got turkeys, they got almond milk, they got all type of stuff. They got some fancy stuff at those food pantries. And it's all white supremacy, by the way. What you just saw was racist. Racist white people donating all of that good food for the minorities that they hate because they're so racist, right? But yeah, the more and more I look at the situation, I'm like, are we doing this wrong? Are we the only people buying our own food? Are we the only people paying for our own groceries? And as I was pointing out earlier, you see these people, a lot of the people on EBT, they're raking in thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And they're not even spending that money at the grocery store because they go and pull up to the food pantry a few times a week. And they drive away with hauls like what you just saw in that video. And when you could go to the food bank and get groceries like that once, 2, 3 times a week, then hell, not only do you not have to spend your own money, now you don't even have to spend your own food stamps. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, which is something I found out recently as well, food stamps can be used for a lot of things that aren't food. Okay? So now people are going and they're buying stuff off of Amazon with their food stamps. They're buying electronics. They're buying appliances, kitchen appliances with their food stamps. And then what do? They turn around and sell them for money. Or they turn around and return them to the store and return for money that they could use on other things that they want. So it's crazy because half of these people on food stamps, they're actually pulling up to the food pantries and they're getting food like that. And they're not even using their food stamps on food. They're using it for God knows what else. But to think that someone would complain about the fact that people are donating and make it out to be some type of white supremacy, racist type of nonsense, it just shows that these people are not people you can sympathize with. They're entitled to the fullest extent. And there's not much more you can do for these people. Everything has been done for these people, and they still hate you. They still hate your guts. You pay for their rent. You pay for their groceries. And then you donate. You take the money, the little bit of money you have, you take food out of your own house, out of your own kids' mouths to donate to the less fortunate. It turns out they're way more fortunate than you because their refrigerator is filled. Their pantry is filled. And they don't go to work. They don't do a damn thing. So yeah. It's time to cut these people off. It's time to cut these people off because helping has not been good enough. They're ungrateful. They still hate you regardless. So why should you help those people? Why should you help them? And from the looks of it, they're getting way more help than they need. From the looks of it, I think we're the ones, me and you, we're the ones that actually need help here at this point, not them. Because apparently they're eating better than all of us. And they're living better than all of us because they don't have to work or anything at all. So I think we're the ones in need of rescue. We're the ones in need of help at this point. And like I said, we have to start asking ourselves, are we doing this all wrong? But with that being said, I want to hear from you down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll talk to you all soon at the next one.